March 15th, 44 BC, the Ides of March. Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome, walks confidently into the Senate. But little does he know, a group of senators, including his closest allies, are waiting with daggers in hand. This is the story of one of history's most shocking betrayals, a moment that would change the course of an empire forever. Julius Caesar was born into a noble but not particularly wealthy family in 100 BC. From an early age, he showed a keen intellect and ambition that would propel him to the heights of Roman politics. By his mid-30s, Caesar had already made a name for himself as a skilled orator and military strategist. But it was his conquest of Gaul, modern-day France, that truly cemented his legacy. Over the course of nearly a decade, Caesar expanded Rome's territory, amassed immense wealth, and built a loyal army. However, his growing power and popularity began to alarm the Roman Senate. Many feared that Caesar's ambition would lead to the end of the Republic. As the saying goes, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And in Caesar's case, it would lead to one of the most dramatic downfalls in history. Rome in the 1st century BC was a republican name, but in reality, it was a hotbed of political intrigue and power struggles. The Senate, once the cornerstone of Roman democracy, had become a battleground for rival factions. On one side were the optimates, the conservative elite who sought to preserve the traditional power structure. On the other were the populares, who championed the cause of the common people. Caesar, a populares, used his military victories and populist policies to gain the support of the masses. But this only deepened the divide between him and the Senate. When Caesar crossed the Rubicon River in 49 BC, defying the Senate's orders, he effectively declared war on Rome itself. His victory in the ensuing civil war made him the undisputed ruler of Rome. But at what cost? As Caesar's power grew, so did the fear among the senators. They saw him as a tyrant in the making, a man who would destroy the republic they held dear. Among them was Marcus Junius Brutus, a man Caesar trusted like a son. But Brutus, along with other senators, began to plot Caesar's downfall. The conspiracy was meticulously planned. The assassins chose the Ides of March, a date associated with settling debts, as the day of reckoning. They lured Caesar to the Senate under the pretense of discussing important matters. But as Caesar took his seat, the conspirators surrounded him, daggers hidden beneath their togas. According to historical accounts, Caesar's last words were not the famous "Et tu, Brute," as Shakespeare would later write, but rather, "You too, my child?" These words capture the depth of his betrayal. The assassination was swift and brutal. Caesar was stabbed 23 times, with each conspirator taking a turn to ensure their complicity. But instead of restoring the Republic, the assassination plunged Rome into chaos. The people who had loved Caesar were outraged. The conspirators, expecting to be hailed as heroes, found themselves hunted and despised. In the power vacuum that followed, a new leader emerged. Caesar's adopted heir, Octavian, who would later become Augustus, the first Roman emperor. The Republic was dead, and the Roman Empire was born. The assassination of Julius Caesar is more than just a tale of betrayal. It's a cautionary story about power, ambition, and the fragility of democracy. It reminds us that even the mightiest leaders are not immune to the consequences of their actions. As the historian Suetonius wrote, "The die is cast." Caesar's fate was sealed the moment he crossed the Rubicon. But his legacy lives on, not just in the history books, but in the lessons we can learn from his rise and fall. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most pivotal moments, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest historical documentaries. And let us know in the comments, do you think Caesar's assassination was justified, or was it a tragic mistake? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.